Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So this is part 2 of making this ferns and forest type inspired trifold file folder, folio journal thing. I need to come up with a name for it. So I thought on part 1 we went ahead and matted the papers, and I was showing you my ideas for what the folio was going to be. Today I want to have a bit of a think about the ephemera inside and start getting some pieces in. So this part here, I wanted to be some kind of like ephemera folio accordion thing, like we've seen many people do. So I've got some music sheet, which I'm just going to cut down to size. Okay, so I'm going to cut this one first. So I think if I cut down to where the music part starts, that should be, I'm just going to make it a little bit narrower. Yeah, that should be just fine. And then in terms of height, I'm just trying to decide what I want you to see. Do I want to see it poking out? Probably not. So that looks like I want to go to there. So let me just do that and then I'll show you. So this is folded in half, and this is going to be one of the pockets. So I think that should be fine. So I want to get the other one to be the same. So I'm just going to use the first one as a guide. That's that. I thought this would be a fun addition to the fact that I want this one to feel a little bit sciencey, with the whole like specimen cards and, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, I thought this ephemera folio thing would look quite sciencey. Alright, so that is my 2 pockets. So let me just move that out of the way. Okie dokie. So for this, we want to glue up the 2 music sheets in this case. So like we would a pocket, I'm going to glue one side and the other side. That's that. And we also want to do it on this one. I'm actually going to turn it inside out because I think that's a bit nicer. Again, glue up both sides. That's it. Okay, now I want these to go in here. So wait until it's dry. So that's going to go like that, and this one's going to go on top the other way. So that's going to open like that. Okay, so we're going to stick the first one down. So we're going to run some glue down the middle of it, and then we're going to put this in here where we want it. Okay, and then we want to run some glue down this one, again down the middle. lay that over the top of the other one. That's it. And then we're going to glue this middle, oops, to the file folder. Like that. I'm glad we only did 2 pockets. I was thinking to myself, was 2 enough? But actually that's bulked out quite a bit, hasn't it? So what you get is you get this. So we'll be able to slip things in and out of the two pockets. Now the only thing that I didn't think about was the fact that you're going to see the manila, you can't see, when you fold it out like this you can see the manila there and also here behind the book pages. But I mean, it's not the end of the world, is it? I don't think it is. So I'm not going to worry about it. Not at this point. I can always correct it later if I feel that it needs it. Alright, so that's the accordion folder bit. I might just need to put some extra glue on, but I'm happy with that, so that's looking good. Here I wanted to have 2 pockets that would be shaped like file folders. And they're supposed to be hidden by the envelope, but I also want to cover up this bottom edge where things went a bit haywire, so I'm gonna go for about there, I think. So that's going to be 1 pocket, and then we're going to have another one behind it. But I want them to be shaped like file folders. So I am going to grab my pencil and I'm just going to start with the first one. So I'm going to have a tab on this side, so I'm going to draw like so. Yep. So let's cut that out. Probably should have drawn on the back of it, but I can rub it out. I'll just turn it around. I'll draw on the back. And then I think for this one, we're going to have the tab on the other side. Again, so, oh, I don't normally draw this way around. That's weird. No, that's going to be the same tab, isn't it? Yes, that's right. I'm drawing on the back of it. That's right. I'm drawing on the back. Okay. And then we're going to cut that across. A very crude way of doing a file folder shape, but it works, so that's all I care about. Just round that off a bit. They won't be exactly the same. If you want them to be more, you know, accurate, then you could do, you could trace around a file folder. I just couldn't be bothered to get them out. So I'm going to round the corner of this edge. I just think that helps it look a bit neater, and there. So do the same there and there. That's what we're going to have. Yeah, I think that's going to look really cute. So I want to ink around those, or do I? Oh, I need to think about if I'm going to cover them. And I think I said that I would. Right, let's do that next. Sorry, it's the afternoon now, and and oh goodness, my brain has just turned to mush a little bit. Okay, so I've got a couple of scraps and I'm going to use these. the manila would have looked just fine. But I just thought in comparison to the rest of it, maybe it looked a little bit too plain. So I thought, well, I've got all these scraps, I may as well get them used. Actually, I'm just gonna, no, that's right. I just don't want the leaves to disappear, so putting that one there, and then I'm just going to cut this down. Because I'm going to use this piece. Okay, so this one wants covering the whole way because this is the one for in the front. As I said in part 1, this is a craft with me. It's not a tutorial. I've never made an altered file folder in the Trifold way. I've never done it like this. So, wrong way round. So yeah, please don't expect a slick tutorial. I was partially inspired by Inky Owl Studio to make this project, but as I mentioned on part 1, I really struggled with following the tutorial, just for I'm not very good at following instructions. So whilst I was inspired by Inky Owl Studio, mine does look, you know, very different from what hers ended up being. So I'm just filming this as a craft with me, just in case, you know, it serves as some inspiration, and it's a great way for me to get these digitals used up, really. Otherwise they'll probably just continue sitting there. Okay, so we've got that one, and just get this one cut out as well. Probably would have been easier to mat them and then cut the tab shape, because I realise I'm cutting this tab shape twice. But you know, it is what it is. Doesn't matter, does it? And I'm not going to put gussets on these ones because I don't want the folio to be too bulky, because we still have to fit a journal in there as well as other pockets. So just conscious of how much room I've got, so I didn't want to risk putting a gusset in and then really filling the pockets up. But that's what we've got the accordion bit that you've just seen me do. Obviously that kind of acts like a gusset-ish. So I'm just going to ink around these using the walnut stain. Alright, let's get these in. So the one at the back, sorry, I just got a glue blob there. I'm only going to glue on 2 sides so that whatever goes in there can go all the way down to the very bottom. So just 2 sides. Oops, I'm trying to do it as thin a line as possible. Let me just check that. Just what's coming down a teensy bit. Oops, there we go. Okay, and then this one can be glued on 3 sides. That's it. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking this so far. looking good. Okay, so that's that done. So might as well get the other pieces in. So what have we got? I've just pulled out some stuff that I've got in my stash already made, because that was also the part of this this project for me, was also not just using up leftover digitals, but also ephemera that I don't want to be sitting on forever and ever. So I was going to have that there, and I'm going to use the art glitter just because I can get a nice thin line. So I'm just going to do this on 2 sides. I do have a video of making this particular piece. It was a video where I was using up strips of scrapbook paper to make all kinds of different ephemera, and then just you know, decorate it up. So we've got that tuck spot, and that's going to have one of these tags in. I just can't decide which, so I'm going to look at it all together in a minute. I've got a corner pocket here. Again, I have a video on making pockets like this. This one has a gusset. This video will be, what would it be? It was a video where I was using up a load of scrapbook scraps to make, again, different ephemera. So if I remember, I will try and link the videos below in case you haven't seen them yet, for making these pieces. You know, in case you are following along and or you want to, you know, make something like this, you might want to know how I made each individual piece as well. So hopefully I remember. If I don't and you do want to see those videos, please please comment below and let me know, because sometimes I forget to link things. Okay, so that's going to be just a pocket in there, and I was thinking I might do something with this scrap, because it did fit. Whether it still does is, yeah, it sort of fits perfectly in there. So that's that one. And then I've got this envelope. I made this from a book page. It was a book page that I then sort of cut around. I cut around this tree to make just this interesting edge, backed onto some cardstock, and that's going to be a side pocket. I appreciate you can't see all of that. I'll move it down again in a minute. So again, this one wants gluing on 3 sides. Okay. Just thought it would look really cool on the back of this envelope. And I wanted to use this piece in the Woodland Fairy journal that I did, because I thought it would be really cool for that. But the piece was too short for my journals, and I didn't realise that when I first made it. I didn't, you know, I made it quite short, so it fits the envelope. There you go. But yeah, it didn't fit my journals, so I thought best to use it now. And then I've got this Tim Holtz piece, which once finishing off, I'm just going to add a label. And I think, hopefully, that should fit in there quite nicely. And so that's that. Then the envelope itself is a side pocket. So I've got this scrap that I've cut down to size. I do need to decorate it, so it's quite a bit of decorating to do in this project, which we'll sort out later. For now, I just want to get everything in where I want it, so I don't forget what I'm doing. I know I definitely want to use this specimen card in one of these pockets if I can, if it's not too bulky. Might put that at the back actually. I can definitely take more. down, and I want to decorate the envelope as well. And then for this, just need to decide on a tag. I'm sort of looking to, you know, the whole picture. So we've got some like grey and green on this side. So I'm kind of wanting to mirror that if I can. I'm also thinking about this little owl. So I think I might go with that one, and then you can see the owl peeking out on top. Alright, well that didn't take too long, did it? It's not too bad at all. Okay, so that's the ephemera in, apart from I just need to... Obviously I'm going to back that onto cardstock. I'm hoping that won't flap around. If it does, I'll have to exchange that. And then I've got this journal card, which I'm just going to cut down to size. Needs backing. This is from one of the kits I'm using, and the journal pages are shrunk down to give you this little like journal card, and then I've kept two sides together. Like that, and then I was thinking this might come in here somewhere. Okay, right, let me just swap those around. I mean, I don't know if that... No, it's too wide for in there. That's quite a thin pocket, that. Yeah, just have it poking out. And that in there. And then I'll probably put some other pieces in there. And then, of course, we've got all of that space in there as well. So... we have to get the journal in. Before I lose them, I wanted to have a little think about where we've got this tab. I wanted to put a sciencey word. So I've got entomology, but I've also got remember, which I know isn't that sciencey. Not sciencey at all. But it was more a case of, because it's, you know, a file, so it's like notes, remember your notes. But I'm probably going to go with entomology because I don't think I would use that for anything else. You know, I would wait for a sciencey project. Oop, don't lose it. So, yeah, I think I'm going to have that there. So I'm just trying to decide what to do next. Obviously I have some decorating to do. Where I want to decorate that and put something on here, and then of course some of the ephemera wants decorating and finishing. And then I have to think about the front of the journal as well. Whether I want anything else on the front, like a label or something. Let me have a look. Oh, we've got this bit as well. I keep forgetting it's a trifold. I want something there, don't I? I have to have a think about that. I want possibly another pocket if it can take it. So this is where the journal is going to go. I'm going to put some eyelets in and some elastics. Obviously it's only going to be a small journal. Sort of, it will be this width, the width of the envelope basically. So it will be like traveller's notebook size, I guess. But yeah, I completely forgot about this part. Yeah, I probably want something on there. Don't know if I want another pocket. I was just thinking yeah, maybe I will have another pocket, but I was also thinking wouldn't it be cool if there was some kind of like scrap pad, but then I guess it's already going to have a journal in it, so I'm a bit unsure. I also don't know whether to have a pocket on the back, but I've got a lot of scrapbook paper scraps that want using, so I might add more to it. So I'm going to pause the video there just because I'm not sure at this point what's next other than decorating, which I guess is the next point. So I'm going to have a little bit of a think about what I want, and then I'll come back and either we'll do the decorating as a part 3 or I'll fit it into this video, depends how long we've been filming for. But either way, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I just found out this piece that I've made previously. And I'm thinking that's going to look really cool there, because when you open it, you get specimen notes, and yeah, I think that's just really fun. So I'm going to do that. This is a, it's got a pocket inside, and it will also have a scrap pad. So I got the scrap pad in as well. It could be a tuck, but I'm just going to glue it all the way down, because otherwise this folio will be a chunky little monkey. Let's get that glued all the way down, that's it. And aiming for middle-ish. I do have a video making these. I did them in the Tim Holtz series that I did for the ring bound journal, but this one was like my practice one which I did in this theme. Okay, so that's that. I did have a look at the time when I paused, and I do think I'm going to get the decorating done on a different part, because I need my decorator's hat on anyway, and this video is probably about half an hour-ish. So I'm going to yeah, pause here, or stop here, and come back for another part. So on part 3, we will get the journal in, which is going to go here. I'm probably going to do the eyelets now. Because yeah, I'll do them off screen, because as I say, my crocodile can be a little bit temperamental. So I'm going to put 2 eyelets top and bottom here, and that will be an elasticated journal that will be removable, so that will be good. And then when we come back, we will, yeah, get to decorating, get the ephemera all finished off, and then I want to have a think about the cover. Now I realised that if I wanted a book plate, it's too late for that. So it might just have to be labels instead. And I also want to stick this under something heavy, because as you see, it wants to train upwards, which I don't want. But I'm just going to have a quick peek at what it would be like with labels on the front. Instead of a book plate. So I was thinking something down here. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's going to look fine. I just have to choose the right label. So part of me is thinking I might as well just do that now. Just have a little look at what I've pulled out here. Oh, that's nice. Botanical Garden Herbarium, that says. Yes, I like that. Oh, we've got Field Record, but it's probably too much to have both, isn't it? Oh no, decisions. I pulled out a number. Whoops. So either I want a number up there or a butterfly. Okay, I'm back. Just trialing a few butterflies and labels and things. So I'm going to go with that one down there, and then I did try a butterfly up here, but it was taking away from my bird, because the bird is you know, a little bit faint. So then I thought a number up there, number label up there would be right thing. So that's the last bits to do for this part. So just going to pop that on. So I will say goodbye for now, and on the next part, part 3, we'll get the decorating done together inside. And And I also want to have a think about whether I want a pocket on the back as well of the folio. I might not, I'm not sure. And then we'll also get the journal in the next part. So I think that should be everything, shouldn't it? Apart from, yeah, some of the ephemera pieces, but I'll probably record that as an ephemera video anyway, so. Okay, right, that's the front. So I'll leave it there. I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like how this is coming along so far. I'm loving it. I'm loving the new challenge of trying something a bit different, a bit new for me. Right, that's that. Thanks so much then, everyone, and we'll speak soon. Bye-bye for now.